So my dear students, the total cost includes the material cost, labor cost and expenses. And again, material cost will be divided into direct material cost and indirect material cost, and labor cost divided into direct labor cost and indirect labor cost, and even expenses also direct expenses and indirect expenses. And the aggregate of direct material cost and direct labor cost and direct expenses will be considered as prime cost, and the aggregate of indirect material cost, indirect labor and indirect expenses will be called as overheads. Again, overheads are classified into three categories, that is factory overhead, office and administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead. My dear students, as you know already, this material cost, labor cost and expenses and up to prime cost and overheads. Let us know this factory overheads and administration overheads and selling and distribution overheads. The factory overheads is also known as production overhead or works overhead or manufacturing overhead. So these are those overheads which are concerned with the production function. It includes indirect materials, indirect wages and indirect expenses in producing goods or services. For example, in case of indirect material, coal, oil, grease, etc. Next, in case of indirect labor, examples, that is works manager's salary, salary of factory, office staff, salary of inspector and supervisors, etc. But in case of indirect expenses in factory, examples factory rent, depreciation of plant, repair and maintenance of plant, etc. So in case of administration overhead, so this is an indirect expenditure incurred in general administrative function, in formulating policies, planning and controlling the functions, directing and motivating the personnel of an organization in the attainment of its objectives. So these overheads are of general character and have no direct connection with production or sales activities. So this category of overhead is also classified into indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses. So indirect material means stationery used in general administrative office, postage, a sweeping broom and brush, etc. In case of indirect labor, that is salary of office staff, salary of managing director, remuneration of directors of the company. In case of indirect expenses, so rent of office building, legal expenses, office lighting and power, telephone expenses, etc. Next, selling and distribution overhead. Selling overhead is the cost of promoting sales and retaining customers. It is defined as the cost of seeking to create and stimulate demand and of securing orders. Examples, advertisement, samples and free gifts, salaries of salesmen, etc. But in case of distribution cost, includes all expenditure incurred from the time the product is completed until it reaches its destination. It is defined as the cost of sequence of operations which begins with making the packed product available for dispatch and ends with making the reconditioned returned empty packages, if any, and available for reuse. Examples, carriage outwards, insurance of goods in transit, upkeep of delivery vans, warehousing, etc. My dear students, the aggregate of direct materials, direct labor and direct expenses will be called as prime cost, equals prime cost. Next, prime cost plus a factory overhead, that is factory cost, you will get factory cost. And factory cost plus office and administration overhead will be called as cost of production. The cost of production plus selling and distribution of overhead will be called as total cost or cost of sales. It means cost sheet. Then what do you mean by cost sheet? See, cost sheet is defined by CIMA of UK as a document which provides for the assembly of the detailed cost of a cost center or cost unit. So, the cost sheet is a periodical statement of cost designed to show in detail the various elements of cost of goods produced, like prime cost, factory cost of production, office and administration cost, total cost. It is prepared at regular intervals. It may be weekly, it may be monthly, it may be quarterly, or it may be yearly. So, comparative figures of the previous period may also be shown in the cost sheet so that assessment can be made about the progress of the business. The specimen of a simple cost sheet. So, number of units to be produced or produced, and particulars, that is total cost and cost per unit. So, direct materials, direct labor, direct expenses. So, aggregate of this will be called as prime cost, and prime cost plus a factory overheads or works overheads or production overheads. So, you will get the factory cost or works cost or production cost. So, production cost plus office and administration overhead. So, you will get cost of production, and cost of production plus selling and distribution overheads, and you will get total cost or cost of sales. For this cost of sales, you should add a profit, then you will get sales or a selling price. This is simple a cost sheet. Now, we will take some problems. I am going to solve these problems and we are going to prepare a cost sheet. Dear students, while preparing a cost sheet, so some of the adjustments or some of the items, it will not be included in a cost sheet since they are in a financial nature. For example, this cash discount, interest paid, preliminary expenses written off, goodwill written off, provision for taxation, provision for bad debts, transfer to reserves, donations, income tax paid, dividend paid, profit or loss on any sale of fixed assets, damages payable at law, etc. And these are the items you should be ignore while preparing cost sheet. So, my dear students, so we will take one question now and I will show you how you have to prepare a cost sheet. So, the following particulars are obtained from the books of PQR Limited for the year 2019-20. So, under that, the stocks on 1/4/2019, that is opening stock, and the stocks on 31st March 2020, that is closing stock. So, under opening stock, that is opening stock of raw materials 75,000, opening stock of work in progress 15,000, opening stock of finished goods 60,000. Under closing stock, there is closing stock of raw materials 78,600, and closing stock of work in progress is 10,000, and the closing stock of finished goods is 76,800. So, my dear students, the opening stock of raw materials and the closing stock of raw materials will be considered under raw material consumed, and opening stock of work in progress and the closing stock of work in progress will be considered at the time of factory cost, and opening stock of finished goods and the closing stock of finished goods will be considered at the time of cost of production. So, any opening stock will be, you should be add, and any closing stock you should be deduct. So, next, the purchase of materials. So, direct wages, a factory or works on cost. On cost means expenses, it means works expenses or a factory expenses. Office on cost, it means office expenses. Selling on cost, it means selling expenses. So, and sales is under 15 lakh. And prepare a cost sheet to show prime cost, factory cost, cost of production, total cost and profit. My dear students, always keep this. So when the sales information they are given, you need to find out profit. When they are given profit, you need to find out sales. So here they are given sales information, so you need to calculate and you need to find out a profit. So let us have the solution now. So solution, the cost sheet for the year ending 31st March 2020 and the number of units produced. So in this question we don't have any information regarding number of units produced. So when they are given information regarding number of units produced, so you should calculate even cost per unit. So here, so they are not given any information regarding number of units produced, therefore so I am not calculating cost per unit. So now I will take the first one. We will start with the opening stock raw materials, that is cost sheet. So opening stock of raw materials 75,000, add purchase of any materials during the year and 3,40,400 and any expenses on purchase like carriage inwards, after custom duty like you will get 4,15,400 and deduct any closing stock of raw materials and 78,600 in this problem. So if you deduct this 78,600 from 4,15,400, you will get 3,36,800 rupees, and will be called as direct raw materials consumed or raw materials consumed. So then you have to add direct wages and direct expenses and you will get prime cost. So direct wages is 2,50,000 and we don't have any chargeable expenses in this question, so therefore nil, and the prime cost is 5,86,800, that is aggregate of direct raw materials consumed plus direct wages plus direct expenses, you will get prime cost. Now for this prime cost you should add factory overheads. So add factory overheads, a factory on cost, that is 1,50,000. So factory on cost is 1,50,000. So factory on cost 1,50,000 plus prime cost, and you will get factory cost before work in progress. So ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ದ 7,36,800 will be considered as ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ 15,000, so 7,36,800 plus 15,000, 7,51,800. So minus closing stock of work in progress 10,000. So you will get 7,41,800. This is called works cost or factory cost or production cost or manufacturing cost. And for this you need to add office and administration overheads. So office on cost or office and administration expenses. So 2,75,000 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So 2,75,000 plus factory cost 7,41,800. You will get cost of production, that is 10,16,800 rupees. And here they are given opening stock of finished goods and as well as closing stock of finished goods. So opening stock of finished goods na add ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, closing stock of finished goods na minus ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So 60,000, that is opening stock of finished goods, 60,000 plus 10,16,800, you get 10,76,800. So less closing stock of finished goods 76,800. So as per the information in the question, so 10,76,800 minus 76,800, you will get 10 lakh and will be called as cost of goods sold. Or COGS ಅಂತನೂ ಸಹ ಕರಿತೀರಿ. So next, so we need to add selling and distribution overheads to the cost of goods sold. So selling and distribution cost, that is 75,000 rupees ಇದೆ. So 75,000 plus cost of goods sold is 10 lakh. So you will get total cost or cost of sales is 10,75,000. So ಇಷ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 15 lakh. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ Profit. Profit ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಮಾಡೋದು? Sales minus total cost, you will get profit. The difference will be called as profit. So that is, the profit is balancing figure, that is sales is 15 lakh minus total cost is 10 lakh 75,000. The difference is 4 lakh 25,000. So ಈ 4 lakh 25,000 rupees ನಾನು ಕರಿತೀರಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನೇನು ಕೇಳಿದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನೋ ವಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದಟ್. ಈಗ ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಒಂದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. My dear students, do not forget to like my videos, share and comment. In our next videos, I will come with different adjustments while preparing cost sheet. So thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel.